what's up? How's it going?
To say no.
I just don't see how they can get out of it.
How you doing? I feel like I'm gonna throw up. What's leaking? Yeah, I puked this AM. Really? Yeah, I'm just not feeling good because I fucking apparently I'm not that good at fixing cars. And I just spent all day fucking like wrenching and busting my knuckles. All for it to just leak again. I swapped a water pump, but I have a German Mercedes turbo diesel engine. So it's a fucking stupid fuck. Yeah, I mean I just fucking replaced it again and yeah. Yeah, I swapped a water pump and sorry I'm not so talkative right now. I'm pretty bummed out, dude. Definitely about to spiral into being super upset, I feel like. Yeah, that's why I tried doing all the work myself. So fucking... I don't know what I could have done wrong, dude. I feel like I need to scream at the top of my lungs. Then scream. Yeah, I'm trying to just keep calm, but I feel a lot right now. God damn it! Again, bro. Fucking second fucking time. This guy needs to like mind his own business. Last time I feel like this guy. This dude was looking way too into my fucking van the other day. The cart guy, yeah. What up, Stoner Scribe? Well, you know, sometimes life is bullshit. And unfortunately, no matter how good of a person you are, the world will fuck you up your fucking ass without permission. I'm sorry, I'm not used to streaming being this upset, honestly. Fuck. Ugh! Well, it's all good. Goodbye. We got him smoking. Clean the floor. Oh, my whole car smells like fucking auto shop. Thanks, Stoner Scribe. Appreciate that. Alright, let's get stoned. Motherfucking son of a bitch. My mom watched my stream and she hit me up and was like, "Why do you swear so much?" And I was like, "Mom." I was like, "Dude, I'm fucking pissed. That's why." I was just like, trust me. Damn, I shaved my knuckles a little bit, but I didn't hurt myself as much as last time. God, as much as I like having the opportunity to do it at this house that I've been doing it at, I have permission, I'm never doing it there again. Like, the guy walked up like 200 times. "Oh, is it done? Oh, did you do it? Oh, are you close? Oh, are you about to fill it up?" And like starts touching and grabbing things, and I kept having to tell him, "Don't stand near me. I'll ask you if I need help. You're making me feel rushed. I don't want to rush. I'm not rushing." Like every time you come up to me, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break and walk away. I'm just waiting for the engine to cool down, and I'm filling this motherfucker the rest of the way up with coolant. And we're just gonna drip coolant from now on. It's fine. It's all good. We didn't even need to spend a fucking $1,000. Fuck, more than that. We didn't even need to spend so much goddamn money, man. We didn't need to do any of this. I could have just let it leak. Because I've done it twice now. I've replaced it twice. And it's still fucking leaking. Like, I could have just left everything, bro. I mean, I would sit back and say, oh, that was a fun project. I learned a lot. But it's like, no. The one important part that I'm trying to fucking fix is keeps fucking leaking, dude. What's the fucking deal? It's not even a learning lesson. That's the problem. It's like my fucking water pump is still leaking, man. But yeah, true. I've learned some stuff. Dude, I could have spent that money I could have got solar on my van. So fuck, I don't care. I'm leaking coolant. Let's put solar on this bitch. It just hits... I don't know. It just hits me a certain type of way. I feel like a failure. There's nothing worse than like actually letting yourself down. I don't have solar yet. There's nothing worse than letting yourself down when you're really trying hard. I appreciate the company, you guys. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate that. I usually start stream at like 8 in the morning and get off before this time. I thought it was good too. I took the water pump off. I did so much extra shit. Like, I just took so much time and care. It makes no fucking sense. I cleaned stuff. Like, I literally like went above and beyond this time. Oh, that'd be nice. My van's nice looking, so I can get away with stuff like that, like if people invite me over for a couple days and stuff. It doesn't look like a conversion van or anything. It just looks like a nice little Sprinter that might be used for commercial use, but it's being lived in. Waterproof roof sealant. Yeah, I might need to use a sealant on this thing, but it's a metal gasket, so it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any fucking sense. I live in the country now. We met on you now when you streamed on there. I remember your name, Angelus. Yeah, I don't really stream in the evenings very often because I do IRL streams, and once it gets dark, it's kind of like sketchy. like van life stuff. Me too. I followed back when you did ASMR streams. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. I still play that drum that I had, and I'm like 10 times better at it now too. I can just play the drum for like an hour straight with no other instruments, and I've written a ton of stuff on it. It's really cool. Maybe I should play some. It might make me feel better. Yeah. Fucking man, dude. Fuck. How you doing? Oh, fuck, man. Gotta go to bed. Hey, welcome in officially, Angelus. How did you find the stream just now? Like today? There was one point today, dude, I had so many like debacles. Like there was one point when my phone just was like drenched in water, like right before I was about to start the job, and I was like, oh, nice, great, that's great. Oh my god, I gotta fucking clean up all this shit, these tools and shit. Oh, I gotta put on the turbo cover for my turbo. Oh, my back hurts, dude. Oh. I didn't even do an oil change or change the thermostat either. Like, I'm fucking done, dude. I'm returning the fucking pressure tester. Mosquito? Wait, what am I doing? I'm so confused. Oh, my brain's broken. No! Oh, I remember. Dude, my back is killing me. Oh, pulled a fucking major fuck. Wait, what did I miss? Oh, Carolyn. Wait, what? Did a bunch of people just subscribe? What are you guys doing? You guys are tripping. Hold on one second. Thank you so much. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Hold on. I'm going to use my chat phone. Okay. Don't care about what's new on this phone. Angela's gifted 2 tier 1 subs. Carolyn McFox and Pute. Thank you so much. Holy shit, and you subscribed. Thank you. Yo, that's incredibly generous of you, seriously. Thank you so much. So, I'll catch you up in a second. Man, you showed up on like my hardest day that I've had since I started this journey here with this van. But basically, oh, nice. Thank you. When we hit 60, well, the main goal that we're trying to go for the month is 100, but we're like incrementally upping it until we get to 100. We did it in January, and it was really special. Actually, it was crazy. We got to like 100, and then I think setting it incrementally going up is probably smarter. It's less of a stretch. And thank you so much. Okay, so essentially, like, I worked at a really amazing job last year, and I saved up money, and I bought this van. But it's like a unicorn. It's like it's a turbo diesel Mercedes-Benz engine in there. So it's kind of hard to work on and shit. And basically, my brother passed away last year in September, and a few days after he passed away, I like quit my job, and I had been saving, and I was like, fuck it, I want to go on an adventure. I want to just like be closer to my brother and honor him and grieve. And so I bought the van, and I started adventuring around, and then I started streaming it IRL, and started like figuring out how to set up my IRL streams better. And then I went into a rabbit hole of noticing I have a water pump leak, and then I researched for like a month and a half and studied and wrote myself a guide how to disassemble and reassemble the entire thing with like torque specs and everything. And like a week ago, I did the job, and then when I finished the job, the new water pump is leaking. And I was like, oh my god, I did all this, and it's still leaking. And so now, fast forward to today, I did the job again, and I was just like I was so excited because I used a new gasket. So it's very fucking business. Alright, so I've got a new gasket, and I put a new gasket on there because I noticed that the old water pump, I accidentally used the old gasket on it. So I was like, oh shit, maybe that's why it was fucking leaking at the seams. Like, that would make sense. No way. And then I was like, oh, well, fuck. This is great, you know? So I'm feeling all confident, and I'm not being rushed. And anytime he like trying to rush me, I'm like, don't rush me. And he's like, oh, no, sorry. So it's like, okay. And hi, Cassie, it's good to see you. Yeah, please do. So I was like, oh, nice. I didn't put the new gasket on. And the gasket, if you guys don't know what that is, it's what seals between the part and the engine. So basically the gasket was old, and I was like, oh shit, that could have been years old. And so I replaced it with a new gasket. I meticulously torqued it to all the torque specs. I bought 2 different torque wrenches just to torque it properly. And I plug everything in. I'm like more familiar with things. I'm like fucking finding things and learning things. And then I fill it up with fucking coolant, and I turn it on, and nothing's leaking. And I'm like, oh my god, Luis, I think I fucking did it. And then it heats up and builds pressure, and then it starts leaking. No, because it's because this is a hard gasket and it's not super common that you'll use those types of sealants on a hard gasket. Hard gasket's supposed to be like dry metal in between metal. But yeah, it's just so yeah, it's leaking again. You know, maybe, who knows? Maybe it'll heat up and self-seal, which is not how it works. You know. Fuck. And the guy's house that I did the job at, he's like a retired Mexican man who used to be like a construction worker his whole life. And he'll walk up and be like, "How you doing?" And I'll be like, "Oh, I'm just doing this part." And he'll be like, "Oh, okay, cool." And like he'll stand there and like get closer and stand a little closer. And I'm like, "Dude, anytime you come up and stand next to me like this," I had to just be like brutally honest with him. I was like, "You can't do that. Like, just don't. You're making me feel like I'm like I need to keep going and rush, and like you're constantly like making me feel rushed." And he's like, "Oh, no rush, blah blah blah." I was like, but I think it's because the first time I did it at his property, he genuinely rushed the fuck out of me, and I didn't let him touch one thing on my engine this time. He's like, "You need a hand? You need me to help?" I'm like, "Nope, no thanks. If I do, I'll ask." I feel like I don't know, I just, at this point, as long as I'm not like missing tools, which I always am, then I could just do it like in the fucking desert, you know? Or somewhere. Yeah, when I first started, I had to fucking go to the store and buy a tool, and that took me like a fucking extra hour. And then, where is that tool? And then guess what? I didn't even use it. So I wasted an hour, bought a tool, didn't even use that tool. And it's the same place that I called today, and I was like, "Hey, do you guys have this one adapter?" And then they're like, "What exactly do you want?" And I was like, this, you know, it's like this. And they're like, "Oh yeah, we have that." And I was like, "So you have it in stock, like in the store?" He's like, "Yeah." And then I went in there, and then I looked, and it wasn't there. And then this old man there was like, "Oh yeah, he didn't look." I was like, "Oh my god." So then I bought some other tool that I didn't even need because I was there, you know, trying to improvise. But yeah, man, what a fucking, it's not as devastating as it was last time, but my eye is like significantly twitching harder than it has in a long time. Yeah, you guys who are here in the evening, it's interesting because I don't normally stream in the evenings lately because I'm traveling out of a van and living in a van, so it's like once I upgrade the lighting in here and make it really nice, I could do like evening streams and stuff, or get some kind of streaming light. But normally I get on really early, so those of you who are here who aren't normally here, it's probably because it's the evening. But if you guys ever want to check out my streams earlier in the day, I normally started streaming in the morning, and then I stream throughout like the whole day. Yesterday we hit 47 peak viewers. It like sent me an email with my stream summary, and I was trying to distract myself from thinking about the van, and I opened it up. And I was like, huh, that's pretty epic. It's night here. Where are you, Angelus? Oh, Angelus, this is my sub wall. So I have to write you on the wall and the subs that you gifted on the wall. Get to be in the van forever. Yeah, Cassie, I know. I'm not as broken as I mean, like, I don't know, man. I think my van's gonna fucking run. But after all that work and months of... I think I've been over-exaggerating because one of my... Okay, so like 2 months ago is when I started learning about BellaBox and upgrading the stream stuff. But between 2 months ago and today was learning about BellaBox and then immediately pivoting to learning about diesel engines. And all that time, all that studying, my rigorous note-taking, my obsessive reaching out to all different people. I even made like a fucking post on those groups. I should probably check and see if anybody responded. Damn, 7 people responded already. That's crazy. Where in SoCal are you? What water pump did you get? What gasket? Paper or metal? Did you torque the bolts to spec? Did you put the right length of bolts at the right place? Yes. So I gotta answer all these people's questions really quick. Okay. Did you torque the bolts? Yes. Okay, wow. Okay, so it's a really good lineup of exactly what everyone's supposed to ask. Here, let me explain to you what I did. Give me 1 sec, guys. Okay, so I posted and said update, because this is like a huge group of diesel mechanics and people who work on these things and live in them and travel in them. I said update, replace the water pump, ended up still leaking. Decided to redo the job today. When I was redoing the job today, I noticed I used the old gasket. I was rushed by property owner where I was working. Did the job again and it's still leaking. Used the new gasket this time. Feeling pretty defeated. Is there any wise T1N owners in Southern California? Love to meet up sometime and show you my unfixable leak if you're open to it. Either way, even though I failed again, I just want to say thanks for all the advice and help along the way. This is beginning to stress me out because I live in it full time. Well, best wishes, everyone. Open to any advice. It was pretty dramatic. I've never posted like that in this group before. I've always been very I hold my own, you know. I never like, no matter how many times I've been like struggling to figure out info or being like, oh fuck, I've always like made sure that I always posted there with like use my verbiage real good. Not much is worse than a bad new water pump. Where's it leaking from? Seems like this, you know. Oh shit, I need to turn on TTS. I'm so dumb.
Text to speech enabled.
Hey Friggles, hello. I'm in an old country road near Arkansas. Oh, nice. Was in Wisconsin when we first met. Nice. Hello friend, I'm off work and I have time to talk and relax with you all. I spent my day cleaning my bathroom and I just took a well-deserved bubble bath. Yo, let's go, Friggles. Okay, I have TTS on so it'll read the chat for you guys. You don't have to use channel points or anything like that.
Cassie Yasmin said Friggles HD. The Plague CDG said wow it got dark quick.
I know, right?
Harry loves to play 0420 said still leaking Sag. Friggles HD said for the water pump you can try using a metal gasket and torque it from the center bolt in a clockwise pattern, increasing torque 15 inch per foot lbs till you get to a factory torque spec.
Okay, sorry.
Friggles HD said I used to be an ACE certified automotive technician. I understand cars like the back of my hand. Cassie Yasmin said I'm putting little Easter baskets together for the animal shelter to donate to them.
Aww. Sorry guys, I'm usually more engaged. But I got on right after I noticed it was still leaking.
Friggles HD said Cassie Yasmin you're a sweetheart and a legend.
Okay, so
Cassie Yasmin said ah. Heart Light Woman said hi guys. I missed you guys. Sending you productive vibes, Danny. Goo
Thank
Danny.
you. Okay, so I posted on like this expert forum for these vehicles in particular, and somebody was like, what water pump did you get? What gasket, paper or metal? Good question. Well, it's Hepu from Europarts, so it's from Germany and it was a hard gasket. Did you torque the bolts to spec? I bought 2 different torque wrenches and torque to spec in a sequence. Did you put in the right length of bolts at the right place? Yes, use FMV videos, got it down. Not much is worse than a bad new water pump. Where is it leaking from? Seems like it's the seal of the mating faces. Same as the old one that made me buy the new one. This person said, I'm certainly no expert. Are you ensuring the surface on the engine where the gasket makes contact is good and clean? Same on the water pump itself. I said I took extra time to ensure was as clean as possible. This person said, if you were in Arizona, I would offer my help. Phoenix area. I said, haha, I appreciate it. I'm planning visiting Arizona even if it continues to leak. My buddy and I are collaborating on a music project in his studio in Arizona, so I eventually plan on going. I'll come back to this post if I remember. Okay, so I just wanted to like respond to everybody because a bunch of people are probably looking at my answers right now, thinking about how like, oh shit, my post got published on this other one too. Fuck. You may have got a defective pump. Any pictures of how the surface where the water pump leaks? Where in SoCal? Oh no, there's just more comments on this one already. Good. I'm so glad that this...
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Welcome in, Jake. How you been, man? Man, I need to stream in the evenings more. So many old friends are coming in. Jake, I'm dealing with so much right now, trying to fucking fix my engine. It's brutal. Gotta respond to all these fucking
The Plague
posts.
CDG said end of the day everyone off.
Mm-hmm.
Jake Facing said I don't know shit about cars. I just like watching the light changes outside.
Wait, I can't even see the camera. I'm having this weird
Friggles
glitch.
HD said we could Hellcat swap the van. You would get 707 horsepower and 6 mpg.
That would be crazy. Well, maybe we should put some more coolant in the van. I mean, I know that my coolant's
Jake
just gonna
Facing
keep
said, don't
leaking,
let me
but...
rush you. Haha.
Oh,
The
shit.
Plague CDG said just make the whole thing electric so it charges every time he's parked in sun.
Man. What a day. Everything's fucking filthy, too. Oh. What a fucking day. Wasn't so bad.
Facing said ha ha ha. Angelus Draconis said I am having problems with my 2001 car. I know it's old, but it only has 87,000 miles.
Oh, what's wrong with
Harry
you?
loves to play 0420 said damn just damn who.
I know, dude. I'm like, I'm bro, I don't even know. That's how I feel. Don't know how to.
SATANKMO said okay. The weak hole wins. Back to the original plan, duct tape.
Yeah, I know, right?
Angelus Draconis said it needs a TCC solenoid, a $1,200 job, among other things.
Huh.
Harry loves to play 0420 said I know this
What kind of car is
will
it?
frustrate you, but what's the next move, bro?
The next move, good question. The next move is, well, let's think about it. First of all, today I worked on my vehicle again. Took me all fucking day. I started at like 8.
Cassie Yasmin said in the woods to give it another go lol. Angelus Draconis said it's a 2001 Cadillac DeVille VHS.
Oh. Can you replace the part? I mean, don't do it if it's gonna turn out like this water pump.
Angelus Draconis said I don't have $1,200.
I feel you. I mean, that's why if you did the job yourself, it would cost less, right? But maybe if you learn something from my streams, just pay somebody else to work
Jake
on your car.
Facing said how undrivable is the van exactly?
Oh, it's drivable. So that's the thing. Is like, so I noticed my van was leaking, and I was like, all right, cool. I'm about to learn some shit. So I learned some shit, and god damn. So then finally I did the job, and then I replaced the water pump and all these lines and all this stuff, and then I turned it on, and I was like, well, what the fuck? It's still leaking like it used to. And
Angelus Draconis said it's a 10-hour job. I am not that mechanically inclined.
yeah, same. I replaced it like a week ago, and I was like, oh man, what the fuck, it's still leaking like it used to. But it's not like dumping, it's just dripping while it's running. So if I drove long distances, I'd probably want to like check it all the time. But so then a week later, which is today, I decided to replace the water pump.
Scribbles HD said my truck needs $13,000 in parts, and if a shop did it I'd be looking at $23K for my Ram 2500.
Oh, damn. But yeah, so I did it again today, and then I was like feeling better about it. I took so much extra time. I like cleaned all this like crud off of the engine that I didn't do last time. And I just like took my time, and there was.
Angelus Draconis said for $13,000 I would get another truck.
Yep. Oh, I need to turn off text to speech. My brain is like half broken.
Text to speech disabled.
So I did the job again today, because last time when I put a new water pump on a week ago, it's still leaking, right? So now fast forward to today, I did the job again. I took it all apart. Dude, you have no idea how much shit I have to fucking take apart. Literally everything. And so I took everything apart again. Took my time. I took the water pump off. I was like, oh shit, this is the old gasket. Damn. And so I put a new gasket on. And then I torqued it all to spec. I put it all back together. I checked every line. I tightened every hose extra like 3 times over so that nothing would be leaking. I just like, oh, my heart. And then so I fucking filled it up with some coolant and turned it on. Lo and behold, it started leaking from the same spot that it was leaking from last time. Again. that? So now if we talk about what's going on. So my water pump's fucking leaking. Great. Well, you can drive with a leaky water pump, especially if it's dripping and it's not like gushing out. I mean, you just gotta make sure you're constantly fucking topping that thing off, especially if you're driving, or you gotta always have coolant around or distilled water. And so technically I could just, like, I don't know, go do something different, like go drive somewhere, like stop thinking about it and stop giving a fuck about it or something. I don't know. Kind of feels like what I should do. Unfortunately, I pretty much dried like everything up, you know, like when I put it back together, it was so sunny outside too, so like the whole engine was like dried up. And when I put the coolant in, I made sure not to spill any, and I don't know. So I was wondering the same thing. I'm like, oh, is this... Basically, I got under there and it looked like the same leak that I've always had. Work with engine mechanics, even though I'm not a trailer mechanic, or even though I'm a trailer mechanic, I will ask a friend about your leak tomorrow. Tell them it's a Mercedes German turbo diesel engine, because usually they'll probably not give advice once you tell them that. I feel like I'm missing some stuff here. Missing some sockets. Fuck. I'm missing some of my sockets, dude. They're probably like on the ground out there. But he has his thing closed. So, god damn it. It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. I'm not gonna go crazy, I promise. Yeah, diesel. Diesel, German. So everything's in Newton meters, everything's in hard as fuck to find parts. You know, the good kind. I wonder if I left some of these sockets under the hood. Oh man. I don't know. Yeah, 2006 Dodge Sprinter, but they were made in Germany, so all the parts in the engine, everything is Mercedes. There was definitely points today when I looked at the engine and I just like had a brain fart. I was like, wait, what screws are these? Wait, why don't I have these? And like, yeah, it was pretty fucking annoying. But other than that, I was pretty good. Sussy hours. So leaking from the top, left, right, or bottom. Pretty much the whole bottom half of the seal. Is that a surge? No, it's like a sparkling water. Yeah, we live in a crazy, fucked up world, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Wait, where the fuck does this shit go? Haha, I found one of the bits. Yay. Oh, that means that the other one might be on this wrench then. Nope. Ugh. Sad. Nice. I found one of the bits. What up, Mike? You're talking about the Baltimore Bridge, right? Yeah. Shit's crazy. Yeah, that's like the first thing I saw when I woke up this morning. I was like, oh my god. Because I woke up really early too. But it had already been posted about for like 4 hours. Yeah, Trini definitely took Trini took my T35. Bruh. Yeah, because I use Twitter, so like immediately I woke up and saw some tragedy, like video of it happening, and I was just like, oh my god, fuck. So for anybody who doesn't know, basically like a barge ship, like a giant ship, crashed into a bridge and collapsed the bridge. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep track of all this shit. I'm gonna turn text-to-speech back on.
Text-to-speech enabled.
Oh, I thought you posted a link for something. That's funny.
Angelus Draconis said I got a warning for posting a link that I didn't post.
Yeah, I saw that. It's because you didn't... I don't know. Usually it's when you accidentally type a period in a weird place, but that wasn't weird. A weird... Oh, wait, yeah. Yes.it. Got you.
Angelus Draconis said yes. It was a power outage. The captain could no longer control the ship. Heartlight Woman said me too. I'm on a social media detox. Angelus Draconis said because I forgot to space after the period.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. What is
Jake
this?
Facing said also the economy is going to change a lot because of this. That's a pretty important East Coast harbor. Mike Scum said it's a Singapore-owned cargo ship, isn't it?
Okay. Dude, it took me all that time just now to fucking put these adapters and shit back into the torque wrench boxes. So, just to like organize them enough to fucking not lose everything all the fucking time.
Angelus Draconis said, Jake Facing, I got news for you. The economy is already spiraling down the toilet.
Oh yeah, the economy's fucked. Cassie, where are you? I need Cassie to tell me what she ate, what she ate for dinner today, so I can fantasize about eating it.
Hard light woman said I ate cottage cheese lol.
Nice. Sounds good.
Angelus Platonic said I don't like it, but I can't deny reality in front of my eyes.
Luis gave me a big ass piece of chocolate.
Jake Facing said I ate Ma's lol. Cassie Yasmin said brown rice and vegetables for dinner. The Plague CDG said okay I am back, tummy been acting up today, had to hit bathroom again.
I hope you're feeling better now. Sorry. I'm responding to some mechanics and people. Sorry, I had to read that shit. Just in case somebody, I don't know, fucking performs magic by telling me,
said, oh, man.
by telling me some shit.
Speech, but I get it.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that it's crazy that it's still fucking leaking, right? That's crazy to me. And it's like, it's gotta be like it's fucking son of a fucking bitch.
Jake Facing said here FCK. Hard light woman said we love you, Danny.
A leak, it could be a faulty pump, even though the last pump was leaking in the same way. So that would make me think if I got a new pump and did it all over again with a whole new one, that it would leak the same. Maybe it's the face of the fucking timing portion of the motor, which would be the worst. You know, if it's that, I'm just gonna fucking let it leak forever. Fuck it. The only problem is that it's leaking straight through my alternator, so that's gonna be a really expensive fix.
I could offer a place to park for a few nights or so, and we could get your van fixed.
Man,
Cassie
Yeah.
Yasmin said sweet
I have
potato
nobody
pepper
around
broccoli
like
box
that.
hard light woman.
I have no
Carrot.
friends like that. I have friends where I could like park and work on it on my own, but I don't have friends that are like knowledgeable and have wisdom with the engine wisdom, the engine whisperers. Sweet potato, pepper, broccoli, bok choy. Oh my god. Yeah. I vicariously live through what Cassie tells me that she's eating. And then I make poor decisions.
Hard light woman said YYASSSS.
Yeah, so either way.
Harry loves to play 0420 said I understand next to nothing about car engines and even how to fix them.
Yeah, me too. I feel like I know more than the average person. Right now, I feel so defeated. I just feel like nothing. All the time that I spent is just like. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could open it up again. Like, not right now or anytime soon at all. But have a time when I can do it for like days on end. Next time I open it up, I'm staying in the same place.
Water pump, its leaky points, detailed tips, etc. My mechanic friend may favor some insight.
Yeah, I'll definitely take some pictures tomorrow of my leak. There was one point today where I looked down and coolant was just like dumping on my phone. My phone was just like in a puddle of coolant. And funny thing is that today...
Angelus Draconis said it may be something simple. Jake Facing said that is very honest. We are watching you figure something newer out. Harry loves to play 0420 said damn that's wild.
I love the optimism, Jake. Thank you. I feel like I'm not, you know, I feel like a cynical, passive aggressive, pissed off fucking troll right now. Like I'm not like, I don't know. Like I worked so hard to try to make this shit work and I studied so much and I like wrote myself like a fucking manual on how to take it apart and put it together based off of like a 1,400 page manual.
Angelus Draconis said optimism wins overall. Just be positive, bro. Hard light woman said you have every right to be.
We're gonna nickname my name, the name of the van should probably just be like Squirts McGee or something, you know? Because I think she's gonna be leaking forever. And I'm not about to fucking rip the whole engine out just to make a water pump leak go away. And if that's the fix, I don't know what else to do. All I know is that this cheese...
Cassie Yasmin said she needs a tap and long.
She needs you to come over and duct tape every part of the leak, and then I think it'll work. We'll be fine. Yeah.
Jake Facing said sorts complete. I didn't hear it, haha.
I just
Hard
want to...
light woman said I can do that. Angelus Draconis said I don't think it's that serious.
I just want to live my life. I think it might be that serious, unless for some reason it's this other thing. It could be the hard pipe. It could be because I bent it, or maybe it could be because the last person bent it. Or maybe it's always been destined to leak, and it's supposed to leak. So what I was gonna say is that I'm gonna mute.
Text to speech disabled.
What I was gonna say is that I can drive, I can go do shit. I just need to keep a gallon of coolant with me at all times. And the only problem is that it's leaking straight through my fucking alternator. That's not good. I mean, I have photos. They're just on my phone that I'm streaming with, so I can't really do that right now. I've got a bunch of people in a group of people that like specifically work on these types of cars that were just asking me for pictures on Facebook, and I even told them, you gotta wait till tomorrow. Cause I can't, I know, but yeah, you're right. I definitely, pictures will help. I agree. Damn, I don't have salad today. Oh, it's funny, Jake. Angelus, I just want you to get good again, bro. Yeah, I mean, bro, the only thing other than my brother passing away and that really fucking me up last fall, other than that, the only real bump in the road has been this goddamn water pump leak. I mean, today I took enough time to look around at a lot of things and notice that there's some things missing, some screws missing here and there that didn't come with the van, that there's excuse me, there's this like rust underneath the battery tray, so you can buy like a new battery tray. It's just like this bottom part, and it's like the rust that makes it so that when the water leaks through, it drips down the side of the inside of the van. And I was looking at stuff I haven't looked at before, and I noticed that it's like corroding these lines. It's also like rusting the lines, or like corroding them. And they're like these like 4-foot lines that go like all the way up the side and like up on an angle and up towards the back, that are like bent in like 4 purposefully bent shapes to like make it fit the underbody of the engine and like wrap around the sides and shit. And so those lines were freaking me out a little bit. I only noticed those today. But yeah, I think we're good, sort of. What will we do for you, Danny? You're already doing it. Just hang out, chat for a bit. Battery trays, oh wait. You can become that coolant guy. I am that coolant guy now. I'm gonna be paying monthly dues. But that's the thing, is the coolant is dripping straight through my alternator. That is not good for the fucking alternator. I guarantee it's so corroded. I had to clean the outside of the alternator, and I know the inside is fucked. It works, but like, it's going to be damaged eventually by the leak. And the alternator that's way more expensive than the, unfortunately it's hella expensive, more expensive than the water pump even. So maybe we need to get a new maybe we need to get a new alternator, a new hard pipe. Maybe it's the hard pipe, because when you're putting this on, you have to like push it up to the body of the mating faces. Like, it doesn't just like sit against it, because when you take the water pump off, basically the hard pipe on the side stays on it, and then this rubberized pipe comes off. There's only 2 hoses, and the hard pipe is attached to this weird prefabricated triangle shaped piece of metal, and that is also screwed into the side of part of the bracket that holds the alternator in place. So it's kind of like this little like fixed tension point, that so that the hard pipe doesn't shake around or get loose, or I don't know what the fuck, why it's so necessary, so it's not just hanging there. And that piece when you take the pump off, you kind of have to like pull, like if you took the water pump off, all the screws out, and you pulled it away and let go, it would just go bink and slam into it, which I didn't do, but it's basically pulling pressure towards the engine. So you have it hooked up to this hard pipe, and then well, I guess you have to take the hard pipe off, but I didn't have to take it off this time. But like, basically you gotta bend the hard pipe over to the thing, and like, then it pulls pressure away from the engine. So you gotta like crunch your arm. I had to put like 2 rags underneath my arm and like 2 rags underneath my hand, and I was like pushing the water pump up and like up against and like lining up the bolts because there's so much tension on the hard pipe. It's one of those in mechanic moments where you realize you have to be like, you have to put some fucking muscle into it and like pry and bend and move things. And then, so I'm like pushing it up, and then I hand tighten every screw. I put all the screws in, and I'm like feeling the gasket, making sure the gasket isn't like offset anywhere, and I'm just like, okay. And I would screw everything in, and then I plugged in the rest of the hoses, and torqued it to spec, and yeah, it didn't really work. Dude, the fucking coolant got so much coolant in my hair, it like fried my hair. Coolant and blazing sun. But yeah, so that's kind of the thing, is that the pump is wanting to pull itself away from the body of the engine anyways. So it's like, it makes me think that, I don't know why it's trying to resist being close up to it, like why it can't just like meet it and be like chill, like no resistance. It's because this hard pipe that's like prefabricated to this mount that attaches to the housing of the fucking alternator keeps it like stuck in place. So you have to like work around that. And the fuck am I doing wrong, dude? This is crazy. I'm so confused. Do you have a guitar? It's in my storage unit. It's been raining and stuff too much, so it's kind of like, want a PB smoothie? Fuck yeah, I do. Hell yeah. This van is testing your patience, and so far, not so bad. You'd be surprised. Yeah, Jake, I've been studying this shit for like a month and a half at least. Watching all these videos, reading all these documents, 1,400 page manual on the engine, and all this different stuff, and wrote up my own stuff. And I wonder if you can use the gasket and some silicone gasket in a tube also. Yeah, I was thinking, yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering if people like with these vans, if like some people, I'm wondering if some people in those forums that I posted in right before I went live, if they're gonna be like, if they're gonna say like, that they ended up having to do something to stop the same type of shit. Because I already know that a lot of people have had this issue. There's a lot of people that have had this issue. When I wrote it like really eloquently, and I wrote it out really nice, and I explained what was going on, and like wrote all my guidance and all this shit, and there was a couple people who were like, you know, I've been dealing with the same shit for a long time, and I'm following this post to see if somebody ever figures it out. So I'm not the only fucking one. There is some other people out here. But those people who haven't figured it out probably haven't bit the bullet and had like an expert look at it. And be like, oh, yep, you need a new motor. Because the fucking timing mating face of the motor is a little scratched or something. Or like, you know, it's like, oh my god. Yeah, dude, B-Rob, that's really sad. Well, you know, I don't feel like I'm gonna die. I don't feel like, you know, I'm really bummed out. But I'm not like, I don't know. It's not the end of the world. Thank you,
Sheila
Angeles.
100.
Thank you so much for the 100 bits. I don't know why my chat phone will not. Whoa. Thank you so much. Thank you for another 100 bits.
Chia 100.
Let's go. Thank you so much for the bits, Angeles. You're a positive person. I would have been depressed. Oh. No, man, I'm depressed already. I won't let this shit fuck me up any more than I already am, but I'm pissed. I'm not always pissed. I just think life is kind of depressing. The fact that you have to like chase freedom and like chase beauty and like nature is being destroyed and all the animals are dying, and I'm not even talking about from like a vegan perspective or anything like that. I just mean in general. Life is crazy. But I continue to live, I continue to push, I continue to find ways to bring myself joy and enjoy the moment, but I'm not always pissed. I'm not always like upset. That's the thing. I'm not ever always upset with myself. It's rare. I've gotten to a point in my life where I feel like the worst person who can let me down is me. Because like when you know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? I feel like betrayed by myself a little bit. You're never aggro. Yeah, maybe I should be. Because like last week, I think I like bottled up so much that I like made myself sick. But it's like what I'm supposed to go through, and I'm not trying to be like copium. Like, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, motherfucker. Right? Yo, I got a new wrench. You like it? I bought it for one tool, for one bolt, and it worked perfectly. Super glad. Let's count the wins. Let's think. I found this like really important piece of rubber. It's like a grommet that goes in the engine, and I found it while working on the van today, and it was like the missing piece of the puzzle, because for like a week straight I was wondering if the other one existed, and I found it like stuck underneath a part of the engine, and it wasn't even like it was just floating there, like I could have lost it, but I found it. And then finding that helped me learn a couple of other things, and confused me and made me think about a couple other things that I'm not sure about. I feel like I put screws in other screw spots that weren't the right screws, but they're like similar screws, and that fucked with my head. Like super subtle differences in the screws, but like fit in both of the same holes and look pretty much exactly alike. But there was ones that have this little washer on the back that like tight fits around it, so it's like when you screw it in, it like crimps itself in there. Realized a couple things. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a couple things I feel like I learned today that I didn't learn last time, so that's pretty cool. I got to use my mirror. I think I'm gonna return this because it was pretty much useless. Like, You just jump under there and you fucking look with your eyeballs. My little Inspector Gadget mirror. I thought it would help. It really didn't help me do shit. So, but it was a thoughtful purchase. Dude, this is a confusing one. I feel like there must be these little clips or something that are missing from the van that like crimp in these screws. Basically, I bought this ridiculously long screwdriver for 2 screws because they're impossibly hard to get to. And when I took them out last time I did the job, I never could figure out how to get them back in. I was like, wow, it's not sitting upright enough. And then this last time I got it to sit upright enough, but I don't have the screws. Where the fuck did they go? And how do they stay in? Because I did put some screws in there just to see, and it won't really stay tight. And I guess I could put something on, like a washer on the back of it or something. But yeah, something happened along the way where I got pretty confused about a couple things, and then I didn't even end up needing to use this one this time. Really confusing. Yeah, that was one of the more confusing parts that wasn't like as detrimentally frustrating, but long ass screwdriver with a fucking very specific T20 Torx bit on the top is pretty ridiculous for anything except for that one dowel screw, right?
You know, and I'm not judging you, but I'm just saying everybody else.
Everybody else is gonna. This magnet's pretty sick. The first time I did the job, this came in really handy, but like this time, I didn't even touch it once. That's right. I'm a master fucker-upper mechanic. I do a couple things right. I do a couple things wrong. And that's how I do my job. Dude, I'm such a perfectionist in every job that I've ever done in my life. I will not fucking stop until I do it well. And I think that's probably the most frustrating thing that I'm experiencing overall about this shit. Like, it doesn't make me feel any more valuable as a person. Because I still am confused at times, and there's some screws that didn't come with it, and there's some things that are missing, so like I'm just overall just sort of confused sometimes. And yeah, I don't know, it's interesting. I definitely don't feel like I increased my self-worth, which I'm hoping for. I don't know, I really don't need it based off of fixing an engine or anything, but I was really hoping that that shit would work out, you know? So, then I could be like, yay. But I don't know, it's just ultimately a really, really, really big lesson. It's like one of those lessons that's like, it's like, oh, times are hard? Well, guess what? Here's a fucking pop quiz on some shit that you know nothing about. Figure it out, or else everything around you is just gonna start leaking. Like, that's how life feels. And I was like, alright, fuck it, challenge, accepted, let's go. But now, I feel like I want to move on and not think about it until like something torrentially bad happens, or some expert comes up to me and is like, oh, I know what's wrong with that. Fucking shit.
What do you like in your smoothies? I'll get you one tomorrow.
Where are you gonna make a smoothie? Oh yeah, I need to run the van again. I need to pour the rest of the coolant in there. Dude, I pulled a muscle in my back. Like one of these ones right here. You know, like the old man muscle? The one where you're like...
What do you like in your smoothies? I'll get you.
Wait, I heard you say that already. I was asking, are you gonna make... Oh, you'll get one. Oh. You don't have to do that. It's more fun to watch me suffer. Oh. If you did, just unsweetened almond milk, unsweetened peanut butter, like no sugar added, banana, blueberry, no strawberries, cacao, maca. I don't know, man. I'm too pretentious with my smoothie taste to like... People be like, oh, I'll grab your smoothie. I'm like, all right, cacao, maca, almond milk, peanut butter, cacao nibs, blueberries, bananas. Bro, I was like grinding my teeth today. But like I didn't even notice until my teeth were like sore. I was like, oh. Ooh, and cherries. Oh. Yeah, people don't do that at smoothie places. Only weird people at home do that like me. I still didn't even change my thermostat. But I have a new thermostat right there. That's what we should do. I should change the thermostat on stream. Because that's like less hectic. Excuse me. Man, I thought the new gasket was gonna be it. When I saw the old gasket, I was like, yes. I even like called my mechanic buddy and told him. He was like, "Up, see, there you go." And I was like, "Yay!" And then, lo and behold, still leaking. Oh man. What time is it? $8:30. I want to live your lifestyle for like 2 weeks. That's what I tell people. If you're gonna try it out, just like get a van and go on an adventure. Don't like leave your whole life behind forever. It's like I should just... I'm gonna retire in the corner. Oh, I'm gonna retire in the camper I'm building, okay. About to build. Fine. Will someday build. Hell yeah. Yo, thank you so much. Wait, did it didn't come up, huh? Thank you so much, more. No, I appreciate you. I don't even know if I can check that on my chat phone, but I'll be able to check it when whenever I'm done with this stream. Thank you so much. You're always so generous. I really don't know what else to say other than thank you. Well, man, I'm gonna stop wasting money on fucking water pumps. We're gonna start having fun. A part of me, like, for 5 minutes thought today about how, like, when I noticed it was leaking, I was just like, man, all this time and money spent doing this, like, could have been doing so much better things with our lives.
100.
But it is great. I don't know, it's kind of like a bonding experience for everybody. A lot of people meet each other in the chat, and we've been going through a lot. It's been pretty good vibes for a long time. It's only been this last week, man, that it's been tough. Straight up. We don't really have too many awful days. Didn't really have much to bitch about. I would just, like, bring up Vegas. Be like, Vegas sucked. That sucked. Fuck Vegas. Now it's like something way more valid. Yeah, thanks, Harry. I think so too, man. And the reason I'm so bummed is because I don't know if you guys felt it, but it took me a long fucking time to learn all this shit, and I felt myself building more confidence, and I was so ready to do it, and I finally did it. And it's just like, oh, bummer. And like one of my good buddies who's a mechanic was like, man, he's like, so many times I've had to redo a job, dude. This is like your first time having to redo a job, you know? And I was like, okay, I get it. But then doing it again for the second time, and it's still not working, man, I don't know where to feel like I'm supposed to be on the confidence train as far as like maybe it's not about confidence though. What I'm really confused about is like, where's the answers? Who's got the real answers? I want real answers. Jacob, you spent $7K in Vegas? Damn. Did you make it back? Vegas is for losers who never win in Vegas. Ha ha ha. I met some cool people at TwitchCon though, that was sweet. It's not you, I think it is the van. I think it's something around it, or it's been bent or something. Yeah. I think you're right, Cassie. Do you have good gummies there? I have vitamin gummies. Q&A time? Sure. That's pretty much what it usually is. In between me talking about my engine. Me asking people questions and them asking me questions. Maybe your van is cursed? No. There's just something fucked up mechanically with it, unfortunately. It'd be so much cooler if it was cursed. I'd be like, cursed IRL streamer van. No, I don't. I don't eat things with added sugar because just health. And nobody makes fucking gummies without added sugar. And if they do, they're like expensive as fuck or being gatekept and not shared. I'm just eating raisins and peanuts while I think about life. Well, You know what is kind of comforting? Is that I don't feel like I have to like run up a mountain to try to figure out what's wrong with it. Because I already did that. Like whatever else differently I could do now is up to some fucking experts or some people who know exactly what I'm going through and can explain to me why it's happening. Like, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, there's a 1,400 page manual. There's videos, there's guides, there's groups, forums. I went through everything, bro. Everyone. I know I am in direct contact with the two of the biggest T1N sprinter mechanics and like shops in the country. Like all these people are messaging me about the posts and commenting the posts, and even with them on my side, nothing. Crazy. I haven't figured it out, but I will figure it out, you guys. I promise. One day. I think I just need to not care. Yeah, the organic sugar-free ones are expensive, I bet. Dude, I'd fucking eat the fuck out of those. They don't even have to be vegan. That's the problem, is like, everything's so niche. It's hard to find something that's just one thing, not like everything, if that makes sense. Man. And I pressure tested my van. I pressure tested it for like so many hours. I pressure tested it for like an hour and a half. Like over and over again. Pressure testing it, releasing. Pressure testing it, wiping it down. Releasing. Wiping it down. Pressure testing it. Like really watching every crack and crevice as it's being pressure tested. And then turning it on is the only thing that really gets it to fucking to leak. So the pressure test didn't really get it to leak, but the pressure by having the engine heat up and be running seems to get it to leak. That's interesting. What does that mean then? Maybe that's a good thing for me to mention to the group. So a normal pressure test isn't making it leak. So that means it's leaking while it's running only. Maybe like maybe it's a I don't know. All I know is I have a toothache too on top of all this. I think I have like my first cavity in a long time. And I just started noticing it like yesterday or something, and my fucking and I'm constantly thinking about that too in the back of my head. I gotta tell my friend Jocelyn, Pure Pofi, that I'm coming to Mexico, or she needs to meet me in San Diego and we'll go to the dentist together. I'll literally like pay for her dentist appointment if she drives. Harry, that'd be so sick if the engine just like fixed itself. Imagine a day we won't need mechanics and AI robots fix engines. Your van has seasonal depression? Yeah, true. For all we know, Danny may be AI. No, definitely not. But I've definitely talked enough on stream for like thousands of hours, and I'm sure that they could create something with my voice at least. Like an AI voice bot. Tooth pain is no way to think straight. I know, right, Jake? Straight up. I have an ear infection, I think, coming on in my back tooth. I have to get looked at. Oh, Cassie, I feel you. Literally the day after I worked on my van a week ago, my left ear and like my whole left jaw and like the left side of my throat hurt like until today. Is it possibly coming from a tiny crack in the pipe? Maybe. But I looked at the pipe like a motherfucker. And I don't see it leaking from there. I do see it around the seals of the seam though. Where the gasket would be and the bolts would be around the edges of the pump. Maybe I'm not torquing it to the right spec. Maybe because they're old bolts, they need to be like tighter. Like once bolts start stretching and stuff, like when they're used and the engine gets hot a bazillion times and there's the same fucking bolts in that thing like forever, maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe the torque needs to be increased. But then again, if you torque it too much and then you fucking crack off a bolt or something, then you're totally fucked. This would be so much more like this whole part of it all. This would have been a good time to have like a place to park for a while. Like a place that I can work on it, hang out, like live, I don't know, rent a place, like a driveway. Having a driveway for the van to just stay and I can work on it for days on end. Doing this like on the road and on the streets and asking people for permission to do it on their property and all that, man, it's a hoot. Thank God I'm like friendly and talkative because yeah, I'm just glad that I've gotten the opportunity to work on it and do it twice at this place. I broke a bolt or two in my time. Really? Like in a shitty situation, or just like, oh, that's okay, I can replace that. I did get eardrops with antibiotics in the pharmacy, polysporin plus pain relief eardrops. It's helping out. Oh, I'm glad it is. I always had ear infections my whole life growing up. There's an app for parking in LA. Yeah, there's an app for everything. There's an app for that. Oh, you don't have enough apps for things? Well, there's an app for that where you can find apps for things. An app for apps. Apple Store. Engine performed to self-heal. Dude, that'd be so fucking sick. Dude, if that happened, I would like puke a rainbow. Like straight up something really special would happen. If my van was just like, just kidding, you did it right all along. I was just fucking with you. I just want to see how much you'd freak out and keep opening me up and trying to fix me. The van is playing tricks on me. B-Rob, sometimes you just need to do that. Unless you have like kids or, you know, pets or, you know, things that you take care of, then maybe don't ignore all those responsibilities. But I get what you're saying. If you don't have any responsibilities that you gotta take care of that are super important, or other people rely on you, then hell yeah, take a day off, man. Do you care if TikTok goes away? Yeah. I mean, well, not because I feel like we need it or because I have to have it, but I do feel like it's like it's like it seems like the United States doesn't like to let us use things that aren't regulated and owned and collecting data by the United States, you know? It's just another power move from the United States TikTok ban. I don't think it'll ever go through. And if it does, I think somebody will just like, I don't know, buy it. I think that like they said that they won't sell it, but that's because like they haven't gotten to the point where they would have to make like a United States corporation offer. Okay. Still got my turbo just fucking laying here. I'm so curious why my phone is being so weird today. Excuse me. Oh, this song's really good. Let's just chill and listen to this. No! I said listen to this. Speaking of TikTok, I think I first ever heard this song on TikTok, actually. They'd show like videos of like, you know, like footage from like the 90s, like home footage from the 90s. You just get all that nostalgia flowing through your veins. Okay, so I'm gonna put a hoodie on. I'm gonna close some of this shit up. Dude, I pulled a muscle in my back. I don't know if it's stress related or if it's because I actually like moved in a certain way that fucked it up. Oh, my hair is like so fried today. Maybe it's because I put it up while it was wet. I don't know. I'm gonna put more coolant in real quick.
I wasn't built for this, my head can't make any damn sense of this, so it seems. Can't remember the smell.
Dude, I just walked by the pole.
The taste, but I tried again.
This sweater is like hand stitched by Shipibo people in Peru. And I just walked by the pole and like all the staples and nails were like pulled all these threads. They're all like sticking out. I don't know, some of them ripped. Nothing lasts forever, guys. I went out to the van and I went, and I turned the light on. Oh, and now it turns on? I'm really confused, dude. I'll be right back. So I put it in and it didn't even go up to the the max line. So that's interesting. I guess it takes more than 2 gallons because I haven't leaked a lot. It's only dripping and when it's running. So maybe I'll just get more and just top it off and not, I don't know. Not worry about it too much, but check on it regularly. I need to change my oil. My oil's old as fuck. I bought a fucking thing of oil for $100. It's not cheap. And then I bought an oil filter. I thought today when I fixed it, and welcome in Chicago lovers. It's good to see you. How are you? I thought when I was working on it today that it would be fixed, and then I would be like, sick, I'm gonna change the thermostat, I'm gonna change the oil, you know? I thought I was gonna like jump on the other stuff, and I still have a box full of fucking parts. Is there an easy way to check the coolant on the go? Yeah, it just has to be cooled down, but yeah. Holy shit, ads? Hell yeah, Jake. That's right. I saved the best ads for you. Oh shit, I do need a tool. Oh, yeah. I gotta put this turbo shield back on, guys. And yeah, it's called a turbo shield. Kinda crazy. Still leaking? Damn, bro. You able to confirm it's coming from the pump? It's definitely coming from the pump. Unfortunately. Yeah. I know, it sucks. Worst comes to worst, it'll be a part of the driving routine to always top up. Yep. I think so. And then, no, worst comes to worst is that the alternator gets fried because there's continuously coolant dripping through it. Because it doesn't drip, it drips like through the alternator. So that kind of sucks, but you know, life. Okay, I'll be right back. I need to put this turbo back on real quick and start the engine after that. So I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'll turn text to speech on. You guys can
Text to speech enabled.
talk to each other, even though you have a chat. Oh wait, no, what am I talking about? Music is so much better.
Text to speech disabled.
You can use the chat. We need relaxing music. Yeah, if I replace the alternator ever, I'm replacing the hard pipe that goes to the water pump too. I feel like if I put a new hard pipe on there, maybe the hard pipe is pulling the pump away. I don't know. turbo shield reinstall. We're good. All right. I only started it one time since the replace. So, later, Jake. See ya. Good night. Sleep well. So, we're going to turn it on again. Wish me luck. $15 beeps. Glow plugs are good. Oh shit, the low coolant light went off. That's a relief. I haven't got the low coolant light to go off yet. That's a first time. It made this like sound when it starts. It does this thing. I don't know if it's like something with the crankshaft or with the fucking transmission, but you know, there's something. I was hoping that if when I dealt with something really hard as fuck to fix, that it was gonna be something like, I don't know, like transmission. I don't know why it sounds weird saying that out loud, but it's surprising to me that the water pump's giving me this much issues. But yeah, there we go. And you know what? Before, this is what frustrates me, is that before I changed the water pump, I never had a low coolant light. I never had any dash lights ever come on, ever. So it's kind of frustrating with that being said, that I've been dealing with this and having lights on my dash on the last week. But now we got no lights on, that's good. That means that the coolant sensor levels sensor is working inside of the tank. It's at like it's not at the max, but it's at like the min-max. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I watched a video. Somebody installed a brand new diesel engine in their Sprinter, like the same year as mine, but they got a whole rebuilt engine, like brand new everything. And they took a video of with the hood open and turned it on, and like all these people were commenting like, oh my god, so they're supposed to sound like this, like you know, because you never get to hear a brand new one and how it sounds, and everyone's like, oh thank god. I've always thought, you know, if I heard a perfect engine in a Sprinter, I'd be like, oop, mine doesn't sound like that, but it sounds just like this. So when it gets up to temperature, here's the thing, I haven't gotten it up to temperature yet. I pulled it out so he could pull his van in, and I said, I'll go do everything else somewhere else later. Love you, bye. And so I haven't got it up to temperature yet. That means that it's going to be under like 20 PSI and 180 degree temperatures. And I might find some new leaks. I have to say this out loud. You know, I might notice one line isn't tightened enough. I might notice something like that. It is possible. So I might have to fix a lot, but that's easier shit for the most part. But the whole water pump leak, I think that's going to be the only really consistent leak for now. Might be too much, you think? What? The amount of fluid? It's at like the maximum minimum amount. Did you get the second pump in? I put the pump in again and it's still leaking like it was before, but I literally just finished. So I'm trying to get the thermostat to open up. I'm trying to get the system pressurized. I feel like my injectors are leaking too. Because when I turn on the air, it smells like gas. need to go look under it. I'll be right back. But yeah, I fucking replaced it and it's still leaking just like before. It's crazy. I mean, I redid the job. I'll be right back. Honestly, it might be dripping a little quicker than last time, honestly. Because it's not even under pressure right now. I mean, I just started it. It's not even warmed up at all. And it's leaking right away. Dude, yeah, I gave it some extra mega massive torque. I did it very meticulously. But so far it looks like it's only leaking from the same spot it was in the very beginning when I had the old pump in there. So at least the lines are doing okay, because there is like fucking 14 goddamn lines that the fucking coolant goes through. It's crazy. What up, Joe? And sorry for all the swearing if my mom's watching. My bad. Having a day. Are you sure the block isn't correct? No, I'm not sure of that. But I've never overheated it before, so I don't know. I never looked at it in that way. I never noticed it. I mean, I looked at it. I never noticed a crack or, you know, I don't know. Anyone trying to buy a van? I think that there's something to be said that it only leaks while it's running, and that even under a pressure test, it doesn't seem to leak like it does when it's running. Like maybe it's the pump. Wouldn't it be okay? I don't want to get my hopes up because I'm trying to remain optimistic, but I also don't want to get my hopes up. Like, imagine if it was a faulty pump. I mean, I don't even know. Because I do think that there's this hard pipe that's connected to it that could be pulling pressure away from the pump, and that could be like making it so that it leaks. And the dude who fucking let me do it on his property, when he was like coming up and helping me, he like bent this pipe back. And I don't know how else I was gonna do it, what I was trying to do, but he helped me and kind of forced it back. And that, I feel like there wasn't as much resistance away from the pump until he did that. Because this hard pipe is like fucking mounted to this shit, and it's prefabricated with like a bracket. So this hard pipe reaches the water pump, and when you have the water pump connected to it, it like pulls the pump away from the body, from the timing block. But there's a lot of moments where shit is like that. And I talked to a ton of people about it specifically, and I was just like, yeah, I mean, I kind of have to force it on there because it wants to pull away. Like, I have to line up the lines and like hold it real tight. Can we put glue around it or something for the car store? I mean, there's got to be some kind of sealant that I'm going to have to use if it's cracked or some shit. Didn't have any white smoke coming up from exhaust when it heats up? No. No, but when it gets really hot, you can see like vapor coming from under the engine, almost like smoke, like from the grill, because it's like dripping through my engine. Or maybe that's just oil burning. I don't fucking know. But we're gonna let it heat up to full temp. I'm gonna go look underneath. I'm bringing the phone so I can see what you guys are saying. Well, it looks like it's only leaking from the pump, which is good so far. We're at 140 degrees. It's a decent amount of heat and pressure. So at least none of the other lines are leaking yet. Yeah, usually I get on really early, but I was pretty bummed out that this shit didn't work out, so I figured I'd do something I love and actually feel good about, and that's get on Twitch and talk to you guys, so here we are. The air that's coming out is still cold. We just gotta get it up to temp and make sure it's not gonna fucking start like pressurized spraying out, you know? My jaw and my teeth hurt from like clenching my jaw. Good time to blaze one. Whisper I tried, but it won't let me. Oh, whispers are like DMs on Twitch. No one really uses them. You whispered Cassie, or you whispered? I'm so confused. You whispered me. What did you Joe, nobody ever whispers on this platform. It's so like off the cuff. Like anytime I get a whisper, I'm like, whoa. Like no matter what. I'm always like, wait, what? What is this shit? Because I always forget that it exists. Somebody whispered me and was like, you should I got a lot of whispers that are like, my account's not verified and I've been watching your streams for weeks and I can't chat. I'm just like, sorry. I mean, how else can you communicate other than air everything out? I don't know. Most people just never use the whispers unless it's like mod related or something like that. At least not in my world. People are always like telling me that they can't chat because they're not verified in the whispers. I've had somebody whisper me after like raiding them, and then they were like, "Thank you so much for the raid. That was really nice of you." And I was like, "Oh." So I guess I've gotten a whisper before that was like it was like beneficial conversation, I guess. I only recently turned on unban requests. And I already got some. Good night. Yeah, unban requests. People who are like, get banned, and then they send you this request for an unban. It's like a part of Twitch. It's interesante. We're making mac and cheese because I don't know what else to do, man.
You throw all this shit out.
Well, it still doesn't say low coolant. That's nice. Still have cold air though. The thermostat hasn't decided to open up yet. That's not good. We'll get there soon enough. Is that the wood that vibrates in there? Like, you could use Permatex as well. That would mean installing a third time and prep the block with steel wool. Huh. I mean, I guess that's almost some of the only other things I can do, right? You know? Unless I like figure out it's something else, or I figure out it's the block or something like that. Are you still gonna use Twitch on your social media detox? Probably sounds a little loud because I have the air conditioning on top speed, on full blast, on heat. Which is just a part of the process, so bear with me. I just want some noodles. God. Gosh dang. I'm only looking at my desktop computer for now. Yeah, social media is crazy, huh? It's good to take a break. You use TikTok a lot, don't you? Or do you use, what do you use most? Like, which one is your one that you browse the most? TikTok or Instagram or YouTube, or which one? Ooh, that sounds good, Cassie. I should dump the refried beans in there. wish it would cook faster. I'd be fucking sick. Okay, we're still not up to 180. Technically, if you keep the heat on like this, and it's not really hot outside, and you wait, it should take... I turned the heat off for a minute, so it heats up way faster. But the fan is blowing air from underneath there out. But sometimes it could take like 20, 25 minutes for it to get up to temp if you're just idle. So sick of it? You're sick of what? Oh, social media, sorry. You use them, IG and TikTok. Yeah, TikTok's a little bit all-consuming. I feel better about like doom scrolling and shit, or not doom scrolling, but just like obsessively scrolling and getting lost in it and just passing time because I feel like it. I like doing that sometimes, but I mostly do that on like YouTube Reels, because then at least I can get sidetracked into long form content videos that are like more enriching on the same platform. But TikTok's weird. It's like I actually haven't even opened my TikTok. Like I only just open it once in a blue moon. Like once I lost like 10,000 followers on TikTok, but I had like 160,000 followers, and I pretty much just stopped posting on there. Like pretty soon after hitting that many followers. That's the irony too, is that like, you know, a lot of people try to grow on these platforms, and the second they pop off, they're like, yeah, fuck this platform. So, might take a couple times of running my engine and turning it off and letting it cool and running again before I get the thermostat to open up so I can get the heat working. We'll see. It didn't work till like the next day last time. I'm gonna go make sure I'm not like missing a giant leak. Pretty solid. You know what I've never done is let somebody get in my van and like push down the gas to see if like high RPMs and stuff make it leak or spray more. That'd be pretty good to know. Mexican noodles. Oh yeah. I need like 3 Tylenol right now. Making mac and cheese, bro. Still no heat, guys. That's not good. Dude, no you don't. That kills more people than alcohol. What does? Mac and cheese? Tylenol? Between sandwiches and mac and cheese, we gonna make it. That's right. MLG, check me on that. What's MLG? What are you talking about? You guys know Jake and I have sat down together and played music together when we were like teenagers. Like 20, damn. That's like 20 years ago, bro. It's kind of crazy when you think about that. Jake is the only person that I ever thought I would be in a band with. Except for just playing music on my own and stuff. Check the engine really quick again, just make sure we're not. We're doing all right. Good evening. Wanted to send my energy to you this evening. Just curious, what song or playlist genre is this? I love the chill vibe. Thanks. Here. Okay, let's shut the van off. Well, in a sec. I'll pull the drum out. So I used to do like a lot of sound baths and like play really interesting music and all this different stuff. And I still have some instruments that I like to play, and I like to play like relaxing, mesmerizing music. I like to play piano. I like to play acoustic guitar and finger picking patterns that are really dope. And I appreciate you being here. The playlist is just, this section of this music is just my liked songs. And this is just like a big gap where I was finding like awe-inspiring, chill music. I'll have to make a playlist out of this section at some point. The guitar's in storage right now. Ah. Okay. Let's see, are we gonna turn it off yet? We're almost there. Come on, thermostat, you can do it. Open up. Open up, thermostat, please. The engine's 180 degrees. Why isn't there heat coming out? Let's just leave it running for a second longer. Wow, these guys with their super loud cars. Danny had a friend he met on a walkie. Yeah, Anthony. Jake knows who Anthony is, I'm sure. Anthony? Maybe. Maybe not. Probably. He was like one of my best friends. Remember Anthony? He lived across the street from me at like his uncle's and grandpa's house. And him and like me and Jason Wysocki and him were like really good friends. We always hung out all the time. You think it sucks having a leaky water pump? You know, there's worse things that could be happening, right? Let me see what happens if I put it in drive. Put it in park. Feeling pretty good there. Yeah, the thermostat isn't opening up yet. just want that thermostat to turn on. Well, next time it cools down, I'll start it with the cap off and I'll squeeze all the pipes to make sure I can burp any air out that there might be in there. Not 100% sure what's going on, but have you by chance bled the cooling system or refilled the coolant? Yeah, so what I did, I have a German Mercedes turbo diesel OM 647 in my 2006 Sprinter, and it's kind of like an older engine, and it's like basically my water pump was leaking, so I went and bought an entire rebuild kit for the water pump, where it gets the water pump, idler pulleys, tensioner, serpentine belt, thermostat, and I went in and I disassembled the whole manifold bracket and took apart the air condenser, took apart the AC condenser, the intercooler, the radiator, took all the hoses apart, unplugged the trans lines, and then I replaced all of the coolant lines with a new coolant line kit that's official Mercedes, and then I replaced the water pump with a new water pump. I put a new serpentine belt. I did all of it, and then I turned it on, and then then it was leaking just like my old water pump. So I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I opened it up again, and I noticed, oh shit, I used the old gasket. Oh my god, maybe that's why it was leaking. That's awesome. So I go do the rest of the job. I'm like pretty confident that it's not gonna leak because I replaced the gasket with a brand new gasket, and I made a mistake last time. And so I'm like, sweet, and I'm like taking my time. I'm like spraying purple power all around, like scrubbing shit so I can see underneath it. And I didn't really do that the first time around, so I really took my time and tried to do as good as I could. Bleach blonde hair guy? Yeah, I think so, probably. Yeah. We first called him Eminem when we first met him because he had like the bleach blonde highlight short hair white tank top thing going on. But yeah, so I replaced the water pump and then it was still leaking. Then I decided to take the water pump off again, which means disassembling the whole engine all day and draining all the coolant out of the whole system and refilling it with all brand new coolant. And I put the new gasket on this second time around, and I reinstalled the new pump for a second time, and it's leaking from the same, it's basically leaking from the seal around the edges still. It's not dumping, you know, but it is fucked. It's still leaking. But yeah, so I literally just finished that job, and right now is my second cold start. Oh, it says low coolant again. Wow. Is it really dripping that bad? It's not even dripping that bad. I just need to have more coolant to top it off. I guess I didn't put enough in, but I did put 2 gallons in. What up, Iceman? Yo, Chefy J. I'm making some mac and cheese right now. I know it's not Chefy J quality, but welcome in, everybody. My name's Danny. I know it's kind of dark in here, but I did, he washes his culo. Andy said you're cool. Is that true? I don't know. I hope so. That seems nice of Andy. Yeah, I'd say I'm a pretty decent person. I'm uncomfortably honest. I see you have a Sony action cam set up. I do. I'm just not using it right now. It's in my bin under my bed. Because right now I have like, fuck, dude. Right now I have like 300 upload and like 1,200 download just off of my Verizon where I'm at. So it's hella easy for me to use that right now. But welcome in, Jimmy. Welcome up, Night of Corpses. Enui Henry. Extremely subtle. Here, I'm gonna shut the van off. I'm doing my second cold start. I don't know if you guys like talking about engines, but I just replaced a water pump for my 3rd attempt. and it's still leaking. It kind of sucks. So I just finished that job. I don't usually normally stream this late, but I wanted to get on and hang out with everybody because I need a friend. So good timing, guys. Welcome in. I appreciate you guys being here. Chefy J, can you guys give Chefy J a shout out, please? Make sure you follow Chefy J if you've been hanging out here tonight. Chefy J does a lot of stuff, right? I mean, I know that you cook stuff a lot, but don't you do Uber Eats or something as well? But he's an IRL streamer, good dude. I haven't had a lot of time to like connect with him and his community as much as I'd like to, but I will. Promise. I just need to stop fucking thinking about my engine all day. Yeah, Uber Eats. Heck yeah. Did you have a good stream today? I really appreciate the raid. Wait. How do we do that? Thank you for the raid. Everybody follow Chefy J. He'll make your day. Dark in here to play this, but I just wanted to show you guys some random instrument when you guys show up. Yeah, Jake, you'd like some of this stuff for sure. You had spicy tacos for Taco Tuesday. Fuck, I forgot it was Tuesday. Damn. That sounds awesome. Yeah, Jake, you'd really like some of the stuff that I've been making up. It's very like, it's kind of got like a RPG anime vibe, but not. But like, I feel like you would feel it. There's just so much cool stuff you can do with this drum. You have any idea how insane that sounds and feels? I do, definitely. That's why, even though I look like a crazy person playing it, I play it for like, I've probably played that drum like 400 hours on stream. Like, actually. Because I used to do it during my sound baths all the time, but now I just play it by itself all the time, so it's played even more. could have ended there. Oh. Yeah, it's really cool though. You can sing with it too. And you can beatbox with it. Do you remember? Wait. Do you remember those nights in December? Kept the engine running. The gas was burning hot. Rain and the thunder was rolling on in. Ain't gonna stop me. I'm not gonna wait for the storm to end. No. Can you try to play it backwards or out of tune? Yeah, I do that sometimes when I'm trying to be like, think outside the box because there's only 9 notes on the drum. Sometimes I do that, definitely. And sometimes it's not in a pattern as much as it is like, it's like a pattern, but it's more of like a drone effect. So the ones I'm doing now are very like, there's a lot of steps, a lot of notes in it. And but even just playing it like out of rhythm creates its own like kind of beautiful way of playing it. Thanks, Plague, I appreciate that. Good morning, Shido. It's good to see you. How are you? How have you been? I'm okay. I'm better now that I'm hanging out with all you guys. I just have to accept that my van is still leaking coolant and that it's just nature of the beast, y'all. Okay, so we're putting a fuck ton of jalapenos in this. And these are like spicy, 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 hot, like not mild or tame. So we're really going for it. I want to regret it tomorrow morning when I'm in the bathroom. Okay. Spice it up, yes. And even with that, a little bit of hot sauce. I'm good, but in a really bad mood. Hell yeah. Shido, I'm right there with you. It kind of sounds contradictory. Goddamn words. But I feel you. Emotions are a big wave. Be still and watch them disappear into the distance. Yeah. Will you change my water pump for me? I need that kind of attitude. With a wrench in my hand. Dude, there's a reason why all mechanics like smoke and drink. Because it's not a fun job. It's like, yeah, it's rewarding, but it's not fun. Unless you got a bunch of money and like extra cars you're working on, you know, maybe not even a bunch of money, just like cars to work on for fun when it's not like the one you live out of. Whoa. I just chewed up a big chunk of like unbroken up cheese powder. What the fuck? Oh, those jalapenos are so spicy. Fuck me. Nice. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, my tongue. Woo. One thing got better than another one broke. Yeah, that's kind of true. Peachy! Dude, I forgot that if I stream in the evening, I see a bunch of people that I never see. That's interesting. Is it because you guys are browsing or you see the notif? Because like, if I stream like all day until this time, will you guys still find my stream? I was tripping when I saw you online right now. Oh, it's 2 a.m. I don't normally stream this late. Yeah, what are you doing awake? Oh, this is exactly what I needed. I don't even see my screen. All I see is a dark, shadowy looking room.
Text-to-speech enabled. Text-to-speech disabled.
I'm stuck in this loop where it won't show me my own monitoring screen. Oh, that's hella dark. I can fix it a little bit. I should have done this a long time ago. It raises up the... It works with the... I didn't even turn any lights on. I just zoomed in. Yeah. What are you watching? Come get some. I'll ship you a bowl in the mail. Summer house? What is that about? Wow, these fucking jalapenos are amazing. Whew. I wish we could ship food in the mail. You can, you just can't tell them. A bunch of New Yorkers rent a house in Montauk all summer and spend weekends partying and fighting. Oh my god. My food, LOL to you. Wait, what? I wonder if Amazon will offer that one day. Jeff Bezos is gonna be like, oh yeah, you guys don't have to cook dinner anymore. Like whatever you want to eat, it'll be delivered to your house by a robot, cooked in a van outside, and then given to you at your door hot. I wonder who works for Amazon that was like, you should buy Twitch. You know, because I'm sure it wasn't fucking Jeff Bezos. He wasn't like, oh, I want to buy Twitch. You know? Dude, it sucks that Twitch is like a bad investment for Jeff Bezos, because that means that, like, you know, he's not gonna make it any better. When did Amazon buy Twitch? Because, like, when did they buy Whole Foods? In like 2017? Whoa, a mosquito hawk just made its way in here. Like, do you think... Does anybody know when Amazon bought Twitch? Did Amazon own Twitch before the pandemic? I feel like they bought Twitch right when they bought Whole Foods. That's basically what I'm trying to say. They probably bought Twitch around 2016, 2017. 2017. That's my guess. No, Amazon owns Twitch. Yeah. They do. You can subscribe to people for free because of it. If you have Amazon Prime. If you're rich. No, I'm just kidding. I have Amazon Prime. I don't know if I'll keep it forever. It seems useful all the time, but I feel like one day Jeff Bezos is gonna be like, "Yep, $100 a month, guys." Mwahaha. But he'll start by like taking free shipping away. Love you too. Missed you. Wow, these jalapenos are making my eyes water. Sorry, I was thinking of Minecraft, not Twitch. Yo, got any grapes? What's up? Good evening. I had to look that up. Amazon bought Justin TV for $970 million. Excuse me? Wait, actually, excuse me. That's funny. I wasn't talking about my burp. I just realized. How the fuck did this guy sell Justin TV for almost $1 billion in 2014? That's crazy. Yeah, 13.7 billion for Whole Foods. That's wild. I do remember that because I used to work for a superfoods distribution company. They were like contracted to Whole Foods. And we were already like selling to Whole Foods. When we were selling to Whole Foods, Amazon bought Whole Foods, and then the company I was working for was like, "Oh shit, we should start selling on Amazon," and they did. Wild, considering I never heard of Justin TV. I actually agree. Excuse me? And then this August, he's about to buy United Launch Alliance and merge it with Blue Origin. What are those? Can't imagine how many billions that is going to cost. What are those ones? Yeah, but really, how is Justin TV worth that much money? That must be one of the worst investments that Amazon has ever made, is buying Justin TV. Even at their best year, they never made close to fucking $1 billion. Space companies, Blues companies is his companies, and ULA, major players in space industry. Crazy. Justin.tv was where Joe Rogan started. Really? Oh yeah, don't worry about that. You're fine. You won't get timed out or anything. Did Joe Rogan really start on Justin TV? I remember Joe Rogan went on what was that guy's name? My bum is on your lips. My bum is on your lips. Or whatever it is. That dude. Daddy, would you like some sausages? That guy. Joe Rogan went on his podcast and he was like, I want to fucking do this. Yeah, Soulja Boy's been on every single application that you can make money on. He's been on every fucking platform I've ever streamed on. He used to stream on YouNow too. This other website. Yeah, Joe Rogan became a podcaster because he saw Tom Green had his own podcast studio in his own house. And he was like, wow, this is dope, dude. Thanks, Tom Green. It was another thing? I don't believe you. Guys, thanks for taking my mind off the van. Appreciate you guys. I didn't think it was possible. Oh my god. Oh, it's so hot. Oh, I just ate like a mouthful of all the peppers that were left. Oh my god. Nice. Jalapenos are amazing, huh? I've been doing this whole stream just off power banks. Excuse me. It was like stream URL, whatever. I know Andy Milonakis is like Soulja Boy in that way too. Andy Milonakis is a pioneer to everything. Like he's like the first person I ever watched IRL stream, even though Ice Poseidon probably did it first. And then he's the first person, he's one of the first people I ever watched stream and thought was funny. And he was like creating metas. Like back in 2008 and 2009, he would stream on Stickam. And he would like write, when people would follow him on Stickam, just follow because you couldn't make money on there. When people would follow him, he would write their username on a piece of bread and hold it up to the camera. And like, bro, he was like he's one of the first people to create some kind of meta follower announcement type, like write somebody who's talking to you in chat his name down and show the camera type shit. He's one of the first ever people to do that shit, like 16, 17 years ago. He's smart. Andy Milonakis, of all people. Remember Little Bow Wow? That dude bugged me at my work at a hotel reception job I had in Toronto. So this is common? Men just bug you all the time, huh? or just on YouTube chat. Yeah, hotel reception jobs. You saw one a million miles away. I haven't heard somebody say that in so long. I literally, dude, is that like a thing that from Michigan people say? Because I said it the other day, and I haven't heard anybody say that shit in forever. Ow, fuck me. God damn it. Ouch. I didn't mean to do that. Come on, guys. We can make it another night without fucking breaking a bone or some shit. It's probably something people from the Midwest say because there's like so much flat lands and cow fields and cornfields, and you can see pretty much everything from a mile away. Remember Lil Bow Wow? I don't remember him that well, honestly. What are you talking about, Jake? Bro, look at how much nug's in that jar. Nothing, almost. Alright guys, who's coming to fucking... Who's gonna come and bring a pound of weed? Stream snipe me with a pound of weed. Please. I'll do anything. Oh yeah, Nugs and Harmony grows, and he said he might be able to bring me like an ounce just for me to like try it. Oh my god, I'm almost out of tobacco. Luckily I don't smoke pure cigarettes, because if I had this much tobacco and I smoked cigarettes, I'd be like, oh no, how am I gonna make it through the night? But I blended a little bit of tobacco with weed. Cool. I need to get Anthony to come into the chat. I'm gonna start a stream if I don't feel like ass in the morning. I'm gonna start stream. Have you just rolled up tobacco? Yeah. I mean, not like in a long ass time, but yeah, definitely. Usually when I get off a flight in like a foreign country, or if I'm like somewhere where I definitely can't like just get weed once in a while, but I usually don't really enjoy it as much as I hoped I would. But that's been forever. But yeah, sometimes. Or like when I stopped smoking weed a long time ago, I decided to just keep smoking tobacco. It's pretty... I used to smoke like Marlboro Reds. I smoked Newports, and I smoked Marlboro Milds when I was like a teenager. But I stopped like the second I turned like 20, 21. I basically stopped smoking tobacco, just cigarettes, when I moved to California. in 2009. So I didn't really smoke that long, but I've smoked a lot of fucking weed. Alright guys, things are fairly organized. I feel like my van looks alright, sort of. Except for these like weird oily looking circle stains on the smells better too. About to heat a dab up and rip with you? Yeah, let's go. Cheers. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna be getting my guitar out. I might not be able to play too good because I use my fingernails, and I busted my thumbnail when I was working on the engine. I broke the fuck out of it, but it's been growing back the last like week since then. Does it make weed more smooth? No. It does the opposite of that, actually. Moderated crew got at me. Get at me. Oh, that's like auto moderator stuff. Unfortunately, I don't see that on my end. I mean, I see your number. Be careful typing that in the chat, dude. But yeah, so it does the opposite. Like when you smoke a joint, when you hit it, you know how like when you hit a joint, it's like so smooth usually that like you don't feel it go in a lot, but then you feel it in your chest, especially if it's strong. You know, you might start coughing. But with tobacco, what it does when you blend tobacco with weed, what it does is it gives you this thing that we call a throat hit. Throat hit. Oh, of course, Joe, you recognize the 248. Yeah, I should have thought of that. Yeah, Joe's from Michigan. I only met Joe through Twitch, but Joe's dope. And he streams sometimes too. How have you been, Jake? How's everything going, man? Do you still use Facebook? Unfortunately, my brother passed away recently, dude. Sucks balls, man. I think you remember. Do you remember my brother? Do you remember him? Would you remember my brother? Maybe because I talk about him a lot when I was younger. And he's always the person I got all my best weed and all that stuff from. Hell yeah, Joe. I'd be so stoked. Well, you guys, everybody just needs to come to TwitchCon. And then we don't even have to like try too hard to like make it work. Because it'll just work. What's a tech thing? I had a friend who loved throat hits so much they would like chug Sprite to get the same feeling or something. Huh. Is Sprite that's weird. Is Sprite like hard to swallow? Is it because it's carbonated? Why do you need a second phone? I feel like I'm not seeing half your comments, bro. Like, are half your comments being moderated? Because I don't have mod view on my end. Yes, why people do the Sprite chug. Oh, really? Right? I don't smoke backy, but I'm not sure. I figured maybe you could relate. Yeah, I tried. I tried to get it, but I guess not. So if you hit like a vape, like a nicotine vape, you'll feel that feeling if it's got nicotine in it. And if you hit a vape with a really high nicotine percentage in it, it'll feel even harder. Like you feel like this expansion. I don't know how to describe it actually. One thing I do know is if you put too much tobacco in a spliff, you've ruined it. So that is actually a fine line. Like I've made a spliff with too much tobacco and just been like, aw, you know, damn, because I like went for a walk and brought it with me, and it's like, ugh, this just tastes like tobacco almost only. So there's the occasional that once in a blue moon if you like roll one in the dark. But some people like, you know, 85% tobacco with just a sprinkle of weed so they can catch just a little head buzz. And some people would rather like 60-40, 70-30, 60 weed, 40 tobacco, or 70 weed, 30 tobacco. Excuse me. I think this is the latest, not the latest, but almost the latest I've ever been here at the spot. I can only legally park here for 45 minutes longer. The only time I read a split was in Massachusetts, and I was so lightheaded I wasn't ready for it, but I didn't know it had tobacco in it. I was younger. Yeah. I went on tour with this band called Mike Love. It's like this reggae band. And they like smoke weed and stuff here and there and whatnot. And I was smoking a spliff, and then one of the dudes in the band was like, oh, sweet, can I hit that? And I was like, it's a spliff. And then they're like, okay. And I was like, okay, just wanted to make sure that you don't smoke something you don't want to smoke, because it is a spliff. And he's like, okay. And then he took a hit and he was like, oh. He was like, oh my God, fuck, I didn't know there was tobacco in that. I would never have hit that if I knew that. And I was like, I did definitely ask you like 3 times in a cautionary way. And it still happened. Like my whole, like, I was like, are you sure? Are you sure? Sure? Double, triple, quadruple sure? And he's like, yeah. Then he hit it and was like, no, I don't want this. Damn it. Why'd you give me that? And I was like, oh, fuck you. I was like, I literally warned you like 4 times. Sorry. I felt bad, honestly, but either way, who cares? Oh God, that'd be so horrible. They do this thing in Hawaii called moktok, and it's like, there's a bunch of names for this, but you put like weed and tobacco in a bong and you just rip it, or you just put just tobacco in a bong and just rip it. It's fucking crazy. And I did it with this dude. Welcome in, Brent. My name's Danny. Sorry it's so dark. I don't even usually stream this late. I usually only stream in the sunlight. But welcome in. I worked on my engine today and it's still fucking leaking. Sorry for the language. But yeah, so it's that's what my title is about today. But yeah, I hit a bong in Hawaii years ago, like 10 years ago. I hit a bong in Hawaii that was made from like a coconut shell and a piece of bamboo, and they mixed a bunch of tobacco with weed, And they were like, you need to hit this. And they hit it, and they're like, yeah. And I was like, oh God. And then I took a hit, and I immediately like backed up against the wall and like slid down the wall and sat down and was just like spinning and felt like I was gonna puke and felt like fucking shit. This is blackjack, which is like a blackberry cross. Like it's probably a blackberry kush crossed with Jack Herrera. It's like that kind of hybrid that makes your brain fold into pieces, or fold into, just like stops working properly. But I wanted the whole engine thing that I wanted the whole job I did today to work out so bad. I just wanted it to work out and fucking like smoke a fat fucking spliff of some chem dog and just get mentally destroyed and just pass out comfortably numb knowing that it finally fucking worked. I wanted to like celebrate and just be happy that it put it behind me. And honestly, I'm just gonna smoke and celebrate anyways. Why is there lights? Oh, jeez, so bright. It's weed. Congratulations. Huh? Yeah, I just wanted to celebrate a victory and like have a good night's sleep. No, I just gotta celebrate something else. Is anybody else smoking? I probably never asked that question. I don't have any vicariously, it's fun. I'd rather have weed than anything else. Just to be honest. You know what I mean? Like I'll take weed over any other substance out there. Just Q-Tip the banger going back in on another with ya. Let's go. I don't smoke cigs, so I'm good there. I know you quit, right? I'm proud of you. Shit ain't easy. Poppies, oh my God. Isn't that crazy that you're here at this time and I'm on? Poppies. Good morning. Like food? Sure. Fuck yeah. If somebody came up to me and said, I'll give you a lifetime supply of weed or a lifetime supply of food, I don't know which one I would pick. It would take me a minute for sure to answer that question. It was cold turkey, hardest ever, especially if I hit the bar or something here and there. I'll hit a vape. Oh, okay. I'll take the weed. I can come by the food. Yeah, nicotine and tobacco is just like a fucking other bullshit distraction from, you know, what we should be doing. I feel like weed gets you what you want. Tobacco doesn't, really. But if you're in a place where you can't smoke weed, like if I lived in a place where weed was just completely illegal, 100%, I would definitely be like smoking a lot of tobacco, probably till the day I die. You would take a lifetime of sex? You think that's an option? Thank God you were born with hands. The Girl Scout cookies makes me feel like a snail. Wow, I like that. You need to keep getting that strain. My ideal future is being allowed to bring a rosin pen with me everywhere and get blasted. Well, where do you live again? I keep forgetting everything. I mean, anybody. When I'm under a lot of stress, my brain does this thing, and it's like some kind of survival thing where your brain starts being like really short-term memory. And I unfortunately have hit that level of like internal stress recently. So my brain's a little less sharp. Maybe it's also because it's like late at night and I woke up at 5 in the morning and went to the gym and then went to the auto parts store, then went to this guy's house to work in my van, then went back to the auto store, then worked in my van all day. Dude, I was pouring sweat all day. I don't know why. It wasn't even that hot out, but I was just standing in the sun the whole day. I had a long day. Poppies, I hope you have a good day. If you're still here, I bid you a beautiful day. Planet Earth, kidding. I don't share my location, but it's legal at least here. But hopefully we can all travel freely anywhere one day. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you had a long day. Yeah. I was so proud of myself too. I went to sleep at like 10 o'clock last night. And it somehow worked. I didn't like look at the phone at 1 in the morning and be like, oh, YouTube, get the fuck out of here. Like, what am I doing? And so I actually went to sleep early, got up early, went to the... I did what I said I was gonna do. I immediately woke up and I immediately dry scooped some Gamers Up caffeine powder into my mouth. And it worked. It helped me like not be sluggish and want to stay in bed. I was like, I don't want to go to the gym. It's too cold outside right now because it was like 50 degrees or 52 degrees. But I went anyways. You should be proud today too. You're doing your very best. I mean, thank you. I appreciate that. It means more coming from you than it means to say to myself at this point. I'll try my best, absolutely, to get there. And I know I'm that type of person who can be good to themselves and try to make the best, even if it's straight up copium. But like, it's nice just to hear that from you, because I'm not at the stage yet where I've like coped. I'm not like proud of myself right now. It's very rare. I feel like I let myself down and I need to, I don't know, man. I just need to be okay with things not being okay. And that like I can't fix everything. Like, even if it's for me and it's really important. God, I'm just gonna have to have like a huge rant about how much the government sucks soon. I've been taking vitamin D every day before bed and it helps you sleep all night. No way. And not feel sleepy the next day. What? I need more vitamin D. It's all a learning curve, man. You'll get there. I know. I mean, but even at this point, like, I've reached out to like groups of thousands of experts and I've made like updates to these people and they're like following my journey. I'm like a top contributor on a group with 25,000 people where there's a new post like every 2 minutes from a different person about these exact models and years of vans. And even they're like confused. Like at first they were like, oh, it happens to everybody, just do it again and do it right. And then I updated them again and they're like, wait, what the fuck could it be? So like to have all these people who've worked on this exact very rare engine, and this engine comes in a lot of different vehicles, but it's rare in a sense that they build and design and frame and mount it in a different fashion and fabricate it in different ways to fit this van, different than like a 4-door fucking Mercedes Benz that randomly has one in it or some shit. But yeah, so right now even those people are like, it could be something really bad then, or something worse than just fixing the pump. Maybe you're, yeah. So that's why it's tough. It's like I don't even have answers. There isn't even like a, oh, I don't have money to do that. I don't even have an answer completely yet, you know? It's not even like, it's just weird. I love you too. I love all you guys. This is a long shot, but have you thought about a trade-in? Find a place that's willing to trade as is, ditch the problems, and swap it for something similar with known unknowns. I mean, if I could get this thing to stop leaking, I could sell it for like 13 grand, like tomorrow. And then I could just buy something else. Like if I want, but if I got the fucking thing to stop leaking, I probably wouldn't think like that, but yeah. It's so stupid. It's just the fucking water pump leaking, dude. It shouldn't be like an unfixable problem. There's so many other things that should be unfixable. Money is obviously a thing. Yeah, money runs the world. If you have enough money, you can buy your way out of anything. So, you know, some people own these vans and they just go and spend several grand, like every, you know, however often. And I wanted to cut the costs and work on it on my own, so yeah, there's a lot of people on the East Coast and in the South and the Midwest. Yeah, I don't know. It's all very like defeating. I just want to be able to just continue to do what I'm doing, and it shouldn't be this big of a fucking setback from just the cooling system. It's like like I was saying like a month ago when I first started studying about the engine coolant systems, I was like, well, I really just want to get this over with, because when I find out I need to pull my fucking ejectors out, like, you know, or some crazy shit, which is very probable, like if I have to do some really hard to fucking do job that you could really fuck the engine up where you're not going to be able to drive it for a while until you fix it type shit, I was like, I just want to get the coolant stuff done because I'm sure that there's going to be some big dog fucking shit next. And it sucks. What really pisses me off is that I couldn't get this figured out, because when the next fucking thing happens, it's like, you know, and just, I don't know. It's interesting because I'm teaching myself, you know, it's not like I had the chance to be taught by somebody and see it and do it with somebody and then learn, and then I'm just getting all this experience for the first time. So it's really kicking my ass. It really like really like shatters your fucking motivation and confidence and stuff. I guess why it fucks with me so much is because it's me. It's like, it's not even, you know. Ugh, I don't know why. It's like, I think what I'm trying to say is like, if I can't do this shit, then I'm not good enough. Like that's, and it doesn't matter what you guys think. It's like me not being good enough to do something to better myself, to be more independent. Like it's bothering me that I feel like this, like fuck being a mechanic. I already said that weeks ago. But like to not be able to make this work and fix my own shit, like I don't want to be a mechanic or work as a mechanic. I don't want to make this into any type of career. That's not why I'm learning how to work on my own van by any means. But the fact that I can't figure it out for myself right now, it really fucks with me. It pisses me off. Especially because I have like chronic ADHD and I like a fucking crackhead have been researching and contacting so many people, dude. I have like, this is the biggest network I've ever built and networked with in such a short amount of time, is these damn fucking sprinter people. And they're all great people, but it's like, it just fucking, it's just destroying me. It's like I have all the resources available. There isn't like one resource that I haven't been pointed in the direction to by somebody if I haven't seen it already, you know? And it's like mechanics who have worked on these things time and time and time and time and time again, answering my fucking questions. So it's kind of mind-blowing that I haven't figured it out. Like, what other resources do I need? I need like aliens to fucking come down to Earth and be like, "Meep, meep, meep. We're actually the only one who know how to fix the unfixable coolant leak." And I'm like, oh, no way, far out. And then they fix it. Cause like, I don't know how the fuck else. Who do I need to talk to? Who? The owner of Mercedes? The engineer that designed the engine in 1999 when it, or whenever, 2006? I have the 1400 fucking page manual on the engine that lists every bolt on the whole fucking engine, that lists every part, how to take it apart, how to take it off, replace it. It says everything you need to do. I watched so many videos. I researched so many different things online. I can't even fucking, thousands of different phrases and things and combinations of things, and looking up forums and like rereading things a million times over, and asking questions of my own in large forums and getting like 30 answers and replying to every person and seeing if I can somehow follow a thread to what's gonna fucking make it work. It's insane. How many times is Cassie gonna go LOL? Probably more. But yeah, why is it so complicated? This is like one of the least complicated parts of the engine. Or maybe it isn't, I don't fucking know. My next stream title should just be like, watch me complain. Become the water pump. I know, I'm trying. That's what I'm saying. That's why it hurts more, no, because I fucking thought I was the water pump, dude. I was like, I got this. I am one with this process and I know what I'm doing. I have all the right tools. I've met so many cool people, talked about things that, you know, if I'm sure I talked way too much about the engine the past month or two, but I met so many cool people. And yeah, I wonder if a bunch of people responded to my Facebook thing again. Oh, 10 notifications. Oh, jeez. Oh, God, way more than that. Sounds like you have a mating issue. Make sure the timing cover surface is clean and flat. I did. I can't flatten it more than it is. I don't know what is perfectly flat or not flat. Some things you haven't thought about. Was the van stopped for a while? A non-moving van with the wrong radiator van will corrode the block. In case you have to fill those pits with JB. Well, okay, this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's saying. Okay, next. Plastic razor blades are your best friend. What the fuck does that mean? Bro, you're gonna have to explain this to me, mister. How? What do you mean? Scraping the mating plates with them? I guess that's what he means. I didn't do that. But there was nothing on it. It looked perfectly great. It didn't look like there's nothing stuck, no gross shit on there, no corrosion. Maybe the real problem is deeper within the motor. I don't think so, because there's nowhere that the coolant goes. Like when you say deeper with the motor, then that means, well, it could be it could be where the pump attaches to the motor. And if I had to replace that, that's like that's crazy. Ay, ay, ay. Well, at least I haven't gone full-blown manic. Dude, I was so proud of myself, though. I was really hoping that it wouldn't leak, because I didn't, like, fuck myself up today. Like last time, I really fucked my hands up pretty bad. I did a really good job not destroying my hands this time. Flex seal everything in there. I know, man. Honestly, I'm just gonna have to, I don't know, just put some Gorilla Glue in there. Say to yourself, if it was a water pump, if I was a water pump, why would I be leaking? Either it was because the water pump was faulty. I would be a faulty water pump, or I'd be a water pump that wasn't installed properly. Or a water pump that was assumingly installed properly, but something's wrong with the motor face that wasn't noticed, or wrong with the hardline pipe that goes, the hard pipe, the intake manifold hard pipe that goes to the water pump might be pushing the water pump away from the timing spot. I don't know. What, you can help me with my hands? Oh, I just like fucked them up. I like stabbed myself on accident in my palm with a flathead screwdriver with like 100-pound force on accident. And I busted a bunch of my knuckles and cracked my thumbnail really bad last week when I was working on the van. So it was my very first time actually disassembling this engine in particular. Yeah. I was like holding something. I had my hand behind the thing that I was screwing in with the flathead, and they were both putting pressure against each other. So I was like pushing against the screwdriver and pushing the screwdriver into the piece, and it just like both hands just like smashed into each other. And that shit really hurt, honestly. It was hard to fall asleep. My hands were like throbbing. I thought they were like infected because I couldn't get the black gunk out of them for like 3 days too, because it was so oily and they hurt so bad. But I just kept scrubbing them with soap every day, and they're fine now. And they were like red around them and stuff too. I don't know if it's because I hit them so hard or they were starting to get infected or what, but yeah, I thought I was dying like the last week straight up. The crazy part is like I haven't, and I don't, you know, knock on wood, I haven't gotten really sick. I haven't had anything really sketchy happen. I haven't had any, like, you know, this is like the first like series of feeling like there's a lot of bumps in the road, but it's all just a domino effect of me working on my engine. It's kind of brutal. It could be worse though. Yeah, I do have to play guitar. That'll definitely help me feel a little like myself. Something I worked really hard on and practiced and actually enjoy, that I like sharing with people and I'm proud of. Which is the polar opposite about how I feel about working on my engine now. It was fun to talk about before. Ay, ay, ay. All right, guys. Do people even stream this late? Oh yeah, they do, huh? By the way, I'm like freaking out this much because I just finished the job, started it once, pulled it out to the street. Dude who let me park on his property pulled his vehicle in where my van was, where I was working on it, because that's where he stores. He has 2 vehicles and he owns this house on the corner, but he has a big, nice van that he like traveled like 10,000 miles with his wife in, and he parks it there. And so I was like, all right, I'll get my van out of the way because I knew that I could drive it even though I just didn't put all the coolant in yet. So I pulled it out here, and the second I pulled it out here, I started the stream. So I didn't even fully pressure test it or anything. I did that on stream. Like, I let it get up to temperature and all that. It will keep her fingers right. Dude, Jake, I don't know if all your messages are coming through or what is going on, but it's not making all the sense. My body's a little exhausted, but I don't feel like I just got beat up by the police. It could be worse, man. Things could be worse. All right, all you beautiful people. Do you have any friends that are streaming that we should raid? Ow. Hitch? I like trying to reach smaller streamers usually, until I like Hitch. I met him before, he's nice. I mean, I didn't get to talk to him a lot, but I met him and fist bumped him, and I watched his streams. But It's kind of like a bigger streamer. Hitchy Hitcherson in Korea just started his travels. Oh, interesting. I'll definitely check them out. Is their name Hitchy Hitcherson? Jesus Christ. That's so many letters to type on this really shitty chat phone. Are you talking about Hitch? Or are you just... Okay, wait. Is he in Korea? Okay, yeah, you're talking about Hitch. He's got 1,500 viewers. If I was doing like a cool stream and we were like doing a nice stream, I'd feel like better about doing that. But since we're just like hanging out and I'm just bitching about my van, maybe we should raid somebody that's like smaller. Why isn't this shit working? What is wrong with my shit? It's late, huh? It's like 1 a.m. on the East Coast almost. I wonder what poor Malone is doing.
Me too.
He's watching some crazy shit.
Oh, there we go. I just care about this, dude. That's kind of sick.
Let's raid poor Malone. I think you guys will like him. Damn, 148. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today, even though I'm not at my best, you know? Let's set up a raid for poor Malone. He's chilling, like watching videos and stuff. Thanks, Grapes. I appreciate you. Wait, fuck. When I am on this phone, I click so much shit I'm not trying to click. You guys, who's still here? We're gonna raid this dude, poor Malone. When we get there, you guys be like, Bliss raid, or type whatever in the chat you want. If you're a sub, you can drop the emotes and stuff. But yeah, we'll set up a raid for poor Malone. He's thinking about buying a van and he wants to travel and stream in it and stuff. And he knows about vehicles. He'll probably buy an American vehicle, which is probably smarter. But yeah, I'll make sure that I tell him that I did the job on the van again and it's still fucking leaking. And he's gonna be like, damn. But yeah, I don't know. He's watching random ass videos. Like I chilled and just like got stoned and watched videos with him in his stream after we raided him the other day, and it was actually a good time. So alright, I'll see you guys later. Cassie, I appreciate you. Best mod in the world. You're the best. Okay, I'm gonna set up the raid. I'm giving these kids too much credit. Who? My phone? Whose phone will die first? That's funny. Usually, you know, the streamer's phone will last longer than the viewer's probably, because they have a lot of power banks and shit. Is it rating the right person? Did I type it right? I think so. Okay, I'll see you guys there. Let's all go say hi to him. I appreciate y'all. Peace.
Everything.